It is cooling down outside. Finally. And I am totally in the fall mood. Fall is my favorite season of the year. And to kick off that kind of fall spirit, we're gonna do a dinner tonight where I'm gonna be making 3 different recipes. All are very autumnal. You know what? I never used that word. That's a fun word. Autumnal. We're gonna be making a main dish, a side dish, and a dessert. All of them giving you those fall vibes. Hey y'all, I'm Mandy, and this is Mandy in the Making. To go along with our dinner tonight, we're gonna have some fresh baked croissants. And I don't have to make them, I just have to bake them. Straight from frozen. They came from Wild Grain. Wild Grain is the sponsor of today's video. I'll tell you more about them later. To get started, we are gonna marinate some chicken. You could definitely grill this chicken, you can bake this chicken. We're gonna do it in the air fryer because that's what I prefer. So let's get started. Let's marinate our chicken and stick it in the fridge. The longer, the better. It is currently 12:19, which means it will have 4 or 5 hours to sit in the fridge, which is great. Did I even tell you what this is called? This is apple cider vinegar chicken. Apple cider is very fall. Apple cider vinegar, meh, it's all year. But it just sounded fallish to me. So go with it. Just go with it. It's gonna be okay. Let's do it. I just got a brand new thing of apple cider vinegar. So we need about 1/4 cup of this. And I do have measurements on the side of this bowl, which is great. We also need a couple of tablespoons of Italian seasoning. So I've got this one. I get questions about this all the time. This just came from Sam's Club. Be careful, the lid will come off if you're not paying attention. I did that one time in a video. Some of you are probably here for that. So just be aware. We need a couple of tablespoons, which is a lot. Are we there yet? I mean, I feel like that's probably a tablespoon. Let's keep going. Okay, I feel like that's a good bit. Next, we need just a tablespoon or so of olive oil and some salt. We need about a teaspoon of salt and some black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon or so. Okay, we just need to whisk that together. A little whisk is dirty. And yes, I could have washed it, but that's okay. We'll use the big whisk. All right, that's it. Now, let's grab our chicken and a Ziploc bag and we'll be done. So I've got this handy dandy thing that a subscriber sent to me several years ago, and I love it. It holds open our Ziploc bag. I've got a gallon size. There we go. Now, for this recipe, it calls for chicken breasts. I have chicken breasts and chicken thighs. This is just some leftover stuff I had in the freezer, so we're just gonna do a combination of both. I should probably cut this chicken breast in half. This one is already cut in half, but I need to cut this other one in half. There's that one, chicken thighs. Okay, all of our chicken is in here. We're just gonna pour our marinade over top. Scrape out all of that seasoning, zip it up, get all that air out, and I'm just gonna massage the chicken as best I can, and it's just gonna sit in the fridge until we're ready to cook tonight, and this will just go in the air fryer. All right, there you have it. I'll see you in a little bit. Same day, different outfit. It got hot because now it's in the 50s in the morning and then upper 70s to 80 in the afternoon. So it got hot and I pulled my hair back. Same day, different outfit. Let's make the second recipe. I am a sucker for Brussels sprouts. I've made them lots of different ways, in the air fryer, in the oven. Today I'm gonna do them in the oven because I'm gonna be doing my chicken in the air fryer, but we are having maple roasted Brussels sprouts. Maple, fall, yes. Before we do our Brussels, I want to do my croissants because they have to cook on a different temperature. Would be great time to have a double oven, but I need to preheat to 370. I'm gonna go ahead and line both of these baking sheets with parchment paper. Let's prep our Brussels. I have 1 pound of Brussels sprouts. I'm just going to rinse them really well. And per the usual, we're gonna chop off the ends and just chop them in half. Now that we've got these all cut in half, I'm just gonna kind of pat them dry. They don't have to be completely dry, but any excess moisture that I can get off of there is good. All right, let's add them to this bowl. We're gonna toss them in some olive oil, add maybe 1.5 tablespoons of that, some crushed red pepper. So this is gonna be a nice contrast to the maple because it's gonna give it a little bit of heat, but it should balance out the sweet. So I'm gonna add just a little bit more. Okay, now we've got maple syrup. How do you say that word? I say syrup. Do you say syrup? I need to know. And where are you from? Okay, I'm just going to kind of eyeball this. Maybe 2 tablespoons, maybe some more. I don't know. We'll see what we feel like. I'm gonna add in just a little bit of salt. I'm gonna add just a little more maple and a little more salt. Now I'm just gonna spread them out on this parchment lined cookie sheet and spread them out into a single layer. All right, these are ready to go in the oven when our croissants come out, which they will be out in about 12 or 13 minutes. So I'll see you then. I mentioned earlier we are having croissants with our dinner and that Wild Grain is sponsoring this video. Y'all, we've been members of Wild Grain for going on a year now, I'm pretty sure. I just know that I'm never turning back. If you aren't familiar, Wild Grain is a subscription box and it's the first ever bake from frozen subscription box, meaning they send you all of these wonderful sourdough breads, artisanal pastries, fresh pastas. They're all frozen. You stick them right in your freezer. You don't have to think about it ahead of time and be like, oh, I need to thaw that out. No. You just take it straight from the freezer, put it straight in the oven, and that's it. All of their items bake in 25 minutes or less. So as you are making dinner and you're thinking, we need some great bread to go with this, Wild Grain has you covered. They partner with small bakers and pasta makers all across the country to keep the tradition of artisanal and nutritious food alive. So why should you get Wild Grain instead of just going to the grocery store and just picking up a loaf of bread there? I'll tell you why. First of all, when I go to the bakery section of my grocery store, if I don't use that bread within the next day or two, it's not any good. So if I'm grocery shopping on Monday and I'm not going to be using that until Saturday, chances are it's probably going to have mold on it, it's not going to look good, and it's not going to be edible. So with Wild Grain, I just get my box in, I put it in the freezer, and it is ready for me whenever I'm ready. Also, they use a slow fermentation process. Why is that important? Well, it's easier on your belly. It is richer in nutrients and antioxidants, and it can help lower blood sugar spikes. It is a subscription box, but you can change the frequency. You can also change what items you're getting in your box, which is great to note because a lot of times they'll add new things. They'll have seasonal items, limited edition items. So you can go in and kind of pick and choose and make your custom box. And for every new member, they donate 4 meals to the Greater Boston Food Bank. So if you are interested in checking out Wild Grain and getting this awesome subscription box sent to your door, you can click the link below or just use code MANDY30 when you check out to get $30 off of your first box. Plus, you're gonna get a free pack of croissants in every box. And y'all, those croissants are so buttery and flaky and they're so huge. Oh my word, they're our favorite. Thank you again to Wild Grain for sponsoring this portion of the video. Okay, let's go back to cooking. Calling the commentator. Where is he?
I have arrived. What you got for me?
I got a couple of comments for you, so hang on.
Well, let's read some.
Let's do it. All right, here's the first one.
First comment. This is by Robin Foster. She said, is Stephen's recipe for lava legs a secret? That sauce looked wonderful.
Okay, if you missed it, last Tuesday's video was a football appetizers video.
Yes.
And I did not show Stephen making his lava legs because we were kind of in a hurry. And there's not really a recipe necessarily. Maybe for the sauce, I guess, but for the legs themselves. So we have a big green egg, a smoker.
Yeah.
And you smoked chicken legs.
That's right. Smoked chicken legs for about, I don't know, a couple hours.
Did you season them?
Yeah. You gotta season them. You gotta put something on them.
Tell them what you seasoned.
I mean, you know, I used a...
Did you use that chicken rub?
I used that chicken rub.
Hold, I'll show you.
We got from...
I think it's Jack Daniel's.
Jack Daniel's chicken rub. Good stuff.
Here you go.
Spicy. Man, yeah.
That right there. You can get this from Ace Hardware. That's where we got it, right?
That's where we got it. Really, really good. But it's, you know, I mean, you can make whatever you want, you know, put on your chicken. Salt, sugar, paprika, garlic, onion, chili pepper.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff you want to put on there.
So you doused them in that, and then you smoked them at
Smoked
what
them
heat?
for, I think it was like, you know, somewhere between 250 and 270 for a couple hours.
Yep.
You know, and just to...
And then what did you do in here to make them lava legs?
All right, lava legs. So it's all about the spice. The sauce is the boss on this one. So all you got to do is get your favorite buffalo sauce. You go to the grocery store and get whatever you want. And I forget which kind we got. I just got a kind that already had a lot of flavors in it.
Yeah, I don't remember
It wasn't
what
just
it
your
was.
run-of-the-mill buffalo sauce,
Yeah.
right? It was like buffalo sauce kicked up a notch or two.
I think it was the Taste of Inspirations brand. I don't know.
But then I'm extra, so then what I do is I take about a half a stick of butter, or however you want, based on how many legs you're cooking.
Yep.
And put your butter in salt and saute your butter, saute garlic with your butter.
Yep.
And then pour your buffalo sauce.
Did you do fresh
in
garlic?
Yeah, fresh
Garlic. How much?
I don't know, 2 or 3 cloves.
Okay. So you melt the butter, saute the garlic, and then you pour the...
And then you pour your buffalo sauce in that, so all that garlicky goodness gets infused in there. And then you smoke your wings, you pull them off the heat.
Your legs, yeah.
Your legs, wings, whatever you want to do with it, really.
Yeah.
Take your legs off and just pour that sauce. Put them in a bowl and pour that sauce in there, mix it up. Or you can reserve the sauce for dipping as well if you want to.
We're out of power, so there you go. Lava legs. That's it.
I guess what we're gonna have to do is just make lava legs and put it up on YouTube.
They just told you how to make it. So there you go. All right, next comment. This one comes from a
Pamela.
channel member. Thank you, Pamela.
Yeah, thank you. That triple B recipe sounds really intriguing. I have a lot of ground venison in my freezer. I bet this recipe would be a good one to use up some of that meat. Also, I noticed your comfy looking slippers, Mandy. Did you get them from Amazon too?
I didn't. Those come from UFOs. They're very expensive, but they're great for my arthritic feet. I have arthritic feet. There you go. Something you didn't know about me. My feet hurt all the time. All the time, right? All the time.
Can I have a foot massage? Would you massage my feet?
He offers to massage my feet. I don't just ask. He does offer sometimes.
Sometimes.
But that's what those are. They're UFOs. I'll leave a link below. I'm not affiliated with them at all, but I love them. But what do you have to say about doing the triple B with ground venison?
Why not?
You like venison.
It's been a while since I've had venison. A long time. But yeah, venison's good and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, stews.
Yeah.
Like that type of recipe there, chilies, things like that. Heck yeah.
Triple B, in case you aren't familiar, was in my what to make with baked beans video. And it came from a subscriber, and her dad came up with that recipe. But instead of using ground beef, you could use ground venison for sure.
Give it a try.
Or you could even do probably like sausage in that.
Just whatever you want to. It's going to be really forgiving.
Yeah.
You know, that type of recipe is really forgiving with your meats. But yeah, I mean, you know, venison, I mean, depending on, you know, what cuts you get in there, it's going to depend on whether or not it's going to have, you know, a lot of flavor. Okay. Next comment.
That's the last comment.
That's the last one?
That's the last one.
Okay.
All right. So thank y'all for leaving comments. We love reading your comments.
Absolutely.
And you never know, the next time you leave one, it might end up in the next video, like these two just did.
That's right.
What you think about that?
I mean, them is some big old flaky, puffy croissant.
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 Now let's crank the heat up over here to 425 because that is the temperature we need for our Brussels sprouts. But now I'm gonna grab our chicken out of the fridge.
What you got in this bag here?
So, this is the chicken. We're having apple cider chicken, apple cider, fall, maple Brussels sprouts, fall. We're also having a fall dessert you don't even know about yet.
Oh, I don't know.
But this is like a true autumnal dinner.
Do what?
Autumnal.
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 That sounds like some kind of medicine you take or something.
Autumnal.
Take some of these autumnals.
It's a fun word. Say it.
Autumnal.
Ain't that fun?
I feel weird. Autumnal.
It does sound weird coming from you.
Take some of these autumnals and call me in the morning.
All right. Well, that's what we're having.
Well, let's have it.
Let's have it. All right, these are going in the oven at 425 for about in between 20 and 30 minutes. We'll just check on them, see how they're doing. But in they go. We're gonna preheat our air fryer to 380. We are preheated. Let's spray some oil in there. We're gonna put our thighs in first because they take a little bit longer to cook. If I can find them in here. Here we go. I'm struggling. Okay, there we go. All right, those are gonna go in first at 380. We'll do 18. We've got about 13 minutes left, so I'm gonna open this up and we're gonna put in our chicken breasts. It's been about 22 minutes and these things are ready. Pull those out. All of our chicken is ready except for the thicker chicken breast. So I'm gonna put it back in for a couple more minutes. I'll move it to the center, let that finish cooking. I thought you were gonna fix your hair. You didn't fix it.
There's no fixing this hair. I'm just gonna have to live with it. All right, let's use this knife here.
Look at you.
Let's try to not be Shrek when we're eating.
Not be Shrek.
You know.
Like an ogre. Oh, look at you, sophisticated, sitting up straight.
Sit up straight. Don't slouch.
That's right.
Wow. Oh man.
What?
That is delicious.
What'd you get? The chicken?
Man, the seasonings on that. That is great. Like, it doesn't look like much when you're looking at it. Like,
Right.
But wow. That is crazy good.
Lots of flavor?
Definitely get this apple cider vinegar, you know. that really lifts the rest of the flavors up. Those seasonings, like the earthy sort of seasoning and everything. Wow.
I'm so glad you like that.
That is good.
Awesome. It was very easy
I was
to
a
make.
little bit like,
You were a little suspect because it didn't look like it had a ton of flavor.
but it had been marinating.
Yeah, it's been marinating all
You need to have
afternoon.
a little more faith.
That's right. You do need to have a little more faith.
Oh man, that thigh is even better.
Good.
Wow. Oh man, the thigh is way better.
Of course it is because it's a thigh.
Man, that's good.
Y'all have to let us know below. Do you prefer white meat, dark meat? We are a dark meat family for sure.
That is delicious. I guess I got to try this other stuff too.
Yeah, try the Brussels.
Oh, full of heat.
It's got some red pepper flakes on there.
That's good.
Can you taste the sweet on it too? It's got maple.
Just a little bit.
Okay, it's got maple syrup
Just
on
a
it.
little bit.
Okay.
It's very subtle. I mean, I wouldn't have thought of that unless you said sweet.
Yeah.
But then, yes,
you
I
notice
can
it.
definitely
Okay.
notice it a little bit there. It's got a little bit of spiciness to it,
Yeah.
but all in all, it has that great rustic
Yeah.
flavor that you get from the Brussels sprouts. Just lovely. I love it. It goes really good with this.
Is this an autumnal meal?
I reckon.
All right, you gotta try part of your croissant too.
That's going to be good.
Croissant.
Look at this thing.
I'm telling you what.
Just watch that.
I think that these. What's your favorite thing from Wild Grain?
That's a hard decision to make.
We've had a lot of really great things. I've never made anything or baked anything that I didn't like, but I love these croissants.
I mean, this is one of them ASMRs right here.
You're a mess.
That is amazing.
It is good. So, this meal, rate it out of 10.
I mean, 10 and a half. I mean, it's really good.
Okay, good.
Very tasty. I would give it, on a scale of 1 to 10, flavor-wise, I give it an 8.
Okay.
A solid 8,
Okay, good.
right? Ease, I'd put it in the probably 9,
Yeah,
9
it
and a
was
half.
so easy,
You know,
yeah.
cleanup's probably around you say about an 8, 9.
Highly rated as in easy? Probably like a 7 or an 8.
Well,
So,
but healthy,
yeah,
I think it's
very healthy.
light. So I definitely would rate that pretty high.
So you said you were going to do your workout after dinner, so
Yeah.
you just got to let that settle. But at least it's not like a really heavy meal.
These are the bread, a 10.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
always a 10.
These are incredible.
They're so good. Y'all have got to try that. I really, really do love Wild Grain croissants. All right, I'm going to dig in. I want to try this chicken. That is flavorful. Oh, wow. Okay. I see what you're talking about. You can taste that apple cider vinegar for sure. There's a chicken out there. We have chickens in our yard. We don't own chickens, but they're in our yard all the time. Anyway, as I eat chicken.
Oh, boy.
So you can tell it's apple cider vinegar, but it's not punch you in the mouth strong apple cider vinegar.
Right.
It is definitely calmed down. It's not super vinegary,
Right.
but you can tell it's there.
Yeah.
Is that a good enough description? We're going to go with that.
You took the word right out of my mouth.
All right, I'm going to try me some Brussels. I love Brussels sprouts. I got the heat.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's a sweet heat.
It's the sweet heat. All
You
right.
can taste the sweetness.
Yeah, very good. I love it.
Oh, man. Okay.
Good.
That's really good. It is time. It is dessert time. I had to grab my 9x13. This is an easy one. I think I've either made this exact one before or one very similar to this before. This is an apple dump cake. So yes, you have to bake it, but it's 3 ingredients. It's so easy. Let's do it. It is not healthy for you, but I mean, really what cake is. So this is a 1.5 sticks of butter that's gonna go in, but I need to melt it first. So here's a stick. We'll throw that in the microwave and I'll be right back. We need 2 21-ounce cans of apple pie filling. So if you've got a 9x13 that needs to be sprayed, spray it first. This Caraway one does not need to be sprayed. So I'm gonna dump both of these cans of apple pie filling in the bottom. Spread that out. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, you can definitely use a spice cake if you can find it. No grocery store around here has a spice cake for whatever reason. So I'm just gonna use this yellow cake mix. First, I'm gonna sprinkle just a little bit of apple pie spice on top. Not a lot, but just to give it a little extra something before we put our cake mix on. There we go. So this is a 15.25 ounce cake mix. We're just gonna sprinkle this over the top. Okay, I feel like that's pretty good. Try to cover it all up. Excellent. Now for our 3/4 cup of butter melted, or 1.5 sticks, just try and cover it as best as you can with your butter. You could also, I'm sure you could just like cut it into very thin slices of butter and just put it over top. That would probably work too. There we go. That's it. This is going in a 350-degree oven. I think I forgot to show you that part. I've preheated my oven to 350. This is going in for about 40 to 45 minutes. Our timer just went off. Ooh, a little froggy. Sorry about that. Thursday night football just started, and we are gonna have some dessert along with it. All right, we got French vanilla ice cream with our apple pie dump cake.
Dump cake.
You can't behave for nothing.
Tink. Tink. Man, that is good. I almost forgot my shoulder was hurting.
How'd you hurt your shoulder?
Well, I got in a fight with Mr. Bike, Mr. Rower, and Mr. Pull-Up, and I lost.
3 ingredients. Isn't that good?
That is delicious.
Even if you can't bake, y'all.
I mean, it's like, yeah, definitely an apple fritter, apple pie. Don't forget the vanilla ice cream.
You gotta have that. And extra points if it's Tillamook. The creamiest ice cream. There's no better ice cream.
The creme of the creme.
You can tell me all day that there's a better brand, but I will disagree. Tillamook. It's the best. All right, we're gonna eat this and go watch some Thursday night football.
Correct.
Y'all have a good evening. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see you next time.